Okay, today we continue with our class Shabbos Kitchen. It's today's class number 27. We start with Sefer Chofetz Chaim. The topic is big topic is the same. Tell us 7 conditions, and today's condition is accuracy. So let me just quickly remind us these conditions. So first condition is it must be exact facts. So facts meaning that you saw it yourself. It's not like you heard from somebody else. And second condition, thorough understanding, that you understand the situation from the beginning to the end before you make any conclusions. One second. Condition number 3 is when rebuke is in order. So meaning it's only for constructive purpose. One second. So meaning when rebuke is in order. So condition number 3. So we try to maybe to talk to that person. Maybe it's not right to publicize the wrongdoing, his wrongdoing. Maybe if you just rebuke him person, it's going to work. All right. So now condition number 4. When lashon hara. As with lashon hara, one may not exaggerate rechilus, even for constructive purpose. If a person harmed or is planning to harm someone else, and the victim must be informed, one may not give him exaggerated account on what he has transpired or about to occur. This applies even to a person being warned, does not take danger in situation seriously. So the thing is very interesting. So we're not allowed to exaggerate. So when we exaggerate, so we start speaking lashon hara. Up to this point, up to the point of truth, it is allowed and desirable, and that's what we must do, right? But if it was once we start exaggerate, it's completely forbidden. So up to this point, yes. Exaggeration is no, and even if they don't take you seriously, I mean, it's their issue. You understand? So our job is to do up to what Halachah requires. They do not take it seriously. Okay, that's their own problem. Furthermore, one may relate only as much information as necessary for the purpose to be accomplished. To relate any additional information would be transgression of the prohibition of rechilus. So what does it mean? So if one example is enough and person gets the point, okay, maybe not enough. Okay, 2 examples. If 2 examples are enough, why are you saying example number 5 and 6 and 7? That's too much. Okay, so 1 example is enough. Or as many is enough. Okay. So it was condition number 4. So rechilus, one more time, the definition of rechilus, and when one person said that another guy spoke about you, that's so, and it promotes the hatred between 2 Jews. That's the definition of rechilus. Okay. So now we continue. Of course, we did not finish. It's a huge topic to finish. Oh, wow, I'm not sure if we're going to even finish today. Okay, so the topic is Muktze. So Muktze is something that we said not allowed to move or even touch in some instances on Shabbos. Just 1 second. Let me see if there is somewhere. Let me see if I can find. So there were 3. No, there are 4 kinds of Muktze. Let me see if I can find them quickly. Okay, here we go. So let me read one more time and we're going to explain. The Muktze items falls into several categories, each with its own set of rules. Number 1, object of permitted usage may be moved only for their regular purpose. Okay. So only for the regular purpose, and we said, for example, corkscrew. I mean, if you're not opening the bottles, so just leave it alone. Okay. Number 2, object prohibited usage fall into 2 subcategories. Refer to the category 1, category 2. A. those that may be moved for a permissible act, right? Let's say a gufa, or of the place they needed. Okay, so meaning what was the example? We say example of the hammer, right? Hammer and screwdrivers. I mean, you can like open up the coconut or just open nuts, right? So so it's not. I mean, there is some usage of this hammer on Shabbos, so you can move it. Let's say gufa, meaning when you need the hammer in the kitchen to break up the nuts, or let's say mekomo, or you need a place. So let's say you forgot it, you were doing something before Shabbos, and you Friday you left it on a chair. So now of course you have to sit on the chair. So you're allowed to move this hammer, right? And another one is there are those. Not B, those that have no permissible use, and therefore may only be moved out of necessity, or even then indirectly. So let me see what we said. What was the example? 1 second. Okay, so we said chapstick, right? So chapstick, of course, there is no permissible use, but you can move it if needed. Okay, indirectly, of course. Okay. Then we said, so in another category, object of the Muktze due to the fear of the monetary loss may not be moved, but one may ask a non-Jew to move them. Let's say goof, or let's say mekom. So this would be some, as we said, expensive things, right? That one would be afraid of because of monetary loss, right? So as we said, like a knife of the shochet, right? There is a permitted use, but he would not agree. Okay, to use it for something else. So you're not. It is a Muktze, even though technically you can cut your cake with that knife. Will not allow to move. So but you can ask non-Jew. And another category, object that inherently Muktze may not be moved except if they are repulsive. So repulsive, like garbage, some I don't know, like or like we said, fish bones, like I don't know, chicken bones from the table. Okay. And the last category that we discussed was actually not Muktze, but bosses for the Muktze, base where the Muktze item was stored. And we said that if I have I don't know, like small table, and on this table I have I don't know, I left my I don't know, cell phone. Let's say I put my cell phone before Shabbos, and it stayed there the whole bench of Hashemashos. Hashemashos we define as time from a sunset until nightfall. So the table is Muktze. I cannot move it. But we said we can say we can make it not Muktze. How do we make it not Muktze? If, for example, I put something valuable in there. So even though, like for example, the example that we're given, we have a small table and we have candlesticks, Shabbos candles, and we have challah on there, right, or siddur. So in this case, siddur is more important for you, right? So even though this candlestick became bosses for the flame, right, for the candles, and the table bosses for these candlesticks, but nevertheless we said since it was siddur on this table and I need this siddur, I'm planning on using it, so this table never became Muktze, and technically I can move the whole table. So people use it very often when like when they have smaller apartments, and they want to put candles like on on a side and then move them away because there is simply no room on a countertop. Okay, it's understandable. So when the candles go off, so you can move them, no problem. So you can move you can move the whole table, and that's it. Okay, 1 second. Oh, what happened here? 1 second. I'm not sure what happened there. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so continue. And then we spoke about this raw food, right? We said it's Muktze, so we said raw chicken, raw meat. So, and we said in olden days people ate it, this thing, but today nobody eats that. I mean, maybe there are people who eat raw meat, but okay, but we don't. And raw fish, same, unless people do it. And example that we give sushi, maybe somebody, but it's only some fish, not all of the fish. I'm not sure. I like 1 second. What's going on? Yeah. So I'm not sure what kind of fish people don't eat. Like maybe white fish or what is it, tilapia or other. I don't think that they eat raw. Okay. So raw eggs, we said there is no problem. Why? Because people drink them. Right? For a husband would drink them for a voice or something. Okay, so continue. So we continue with the food, I guess. Food with no permitted use. Right. So go ahead. There was a question. Somebody had a question. Okay, no problem. So continue. So if you put us on mute, please. Food with no permitted use. So the number one, pasta, raw pasta, rice, legumes, and grains. Raw pasta, rice, raw beans, raw legumes, and raw grains are Muktze mechamas gufa, since they are not normally eaten in that state. I mean, of course, nobody can eat them in the state. Okay, so continue. Flour. So it was number one. So number two, flour. So okay. All types of flour are Muktze mechamas gufa because they are not eaten in raw state. So we go through the list of all of these things that they have no permitted use on Shabbos whatsoever. I mean, even if people are very hungry, I'm not sure if you can eat raw rice, right, or beans. Okay, so continue. Hot cereals. Cereals that require cooking before they can be eaten, for example, farina, which cannot be prepared on Shabbos, are Muktze mechamas gufa. So, I mean, in all this category. Number 4, potatoes, sweet potato, eggplant, beet. Raw potatoes, sweet potato, eggplant, and beets are Muktze because they're inedible. Okay. Eggplant, can we eat eggplant raw? I don't know. I never tried. Okay, beets for sure not. Number 5, baking powder and yeast. Baking powder and yeast are Muktze mechamas gufa because they do not have any permitted use on Shabbos, as we understand. Okay. Peels and pits of fruits, nuts and vegetables, basic rules. So that's, I think that's more practical. I mean, it's also practical, but this is more common. Commonly seen around the table. So number 1, unfit for human or animal consumption. Peels and pits that are unfit for human and animal consumption are Muktze mechamas gufa and may not be moved. So it would be like what is it? All the nutshells. I don't think that the animals are going to do it to eat it, and sunflower shells also nobody is going to eat it. Fit for animal consumption. Peels and pits that are fit for animal consumption, are not Muktze. However, certain conditions must apply for this ruling to apply. Apply twice. Okay. Since nowadays they only rarely apply, we are not elaborate on this halachas. So I remember learning it in another place. So we said that so for example, some farm animals like cows and goats are going to eat, I don't know, like even some spoiled vegetables. There is no problem with them, but it's only in a place where you have cow and goats that you can give them. But for example, where I live, there is no such a thing. I'm not sure how much you must drive to see a cow. You understand? So it's for us, then it is Muktze. So we're talking about the neighborhood. Continue. Number 3, inedible pits or peels that are not Muktze. Peels and pits to which some of the fruits are still attached are not Muktze. Similarly, pits and inedible and with edible material, pits with edible material inside, for example, the pits of the certain kinds of apricot, okay, are not Muktze. So I mean, these pits you can crack open, and you can eat those seeds. The question is what blessing you should make on that seed. I would say, I don't know, maybe shechako. I don't think it's bereprichaitz, but maybe prichaitz. But people usually don't eat them. Even you can eat them, but usually people don't eat them. Okay. The status remain unchanged, even though the remaining fruit or the content of the pit will not be consumed. So if it has some edible thing on it, like if you peel an apple and you have, of course, I mean, even if you want to just take off the skin of the apple, that's what you don't want, right? So it's impossible. I think it's impossible to take only skin. With the skin, you take part of like small, like tiny, like sliver of the apple. So in this case, this is not Muktze, and same with many things. And even if you eat apple, you never eat it like until the last piece of the apple remains. So you throw out, and even though there are pits and other things for you, it's not edible, but still there is some apple remain. Okay, so it's not Muktze. Okay. So one more time. So the rule is if it's some edible material around, so that it's not Muktze. Continue. Pits eaten together with fruit. Pits that generally eaten together with their fruit are not Muktze because the pits are considered part of the fruit. Pits. Okay, so we're going to, I guess they would need to give us some examples. Pits that eaten with the fruits. Okay. Continue. Procedure for eating fruits with pits that are Muktze. So I would say that watermelon is a good example, right? Or honeydew. Those are good examples. So let's see. According to some authorities, when eating a fruit whose pit is Muktze, one should spit the pit out. He may spit it out into paper plate, napkin, or on a plastic tablecloth that will be thrown out. In the event that it is repulsive to him or to other people, he may remove it by hand and then place it down. Additionally, while the pit is in his hand, it may be carried to the garbage. Okay, so let's try to understand. It's very important information. So first of all, it's not a good idea to eat something with a pit or something like like this watermelon. So seedless, there is no problem, of course. But with pits, it's a problem. Why? Because they say the proper way it's not to handle Muktze. So you can move it in direct way. So how you move it in direct way? You spit it out from your mouth. So in direct way, meaning that you take it out like even before you eat, or you take it. Okay. So they say spit it out on your plate, on a tablecloth if it's disposable, or take it with a paper napkin. But I don't know, you're going to take every bit with your paper. I'm not sure. I think we in our family we don't need watermelon unless it's seedless. Otherwise, we don't need it on Shabbos. Okay. Because of all of this problem, of course. I mean, he said if it's going to repulsive, of course it's going to be repulsive for people around when you spit out from your plate. So they say the second best way is to remove it, even when you move it from your mouth with your hand. It's also not so pleasant to look at. Okay, but last line is very important. So once you pick up the Muktze, even permissible or not permissible way, it's irrelevant. So you're not obligated to put it down right away. Meaning what? That you can carry it to wherever you want. Okay, so you can carry it to the garbage. You can carry it to other things. For example, if you picked up by accident your wallet, you say, whoa. So it's already in your hand, so you're not obligated to drop it right away. So you'll since it is already on your hand, since you're already transgressed, so you can continue work with the wallet and put it in your drawer or wherever you want to put it. Continue. E. Peels and pits of fruits and nuts, specific rules. Because it is difficult to classify whether or not each type of pit and peel is fit for human consumption, definite rulings on all types of pits and peels cannot be given. Okay. The following discussion will be limited to the fruits and vegetables that are frequently eaten, of course. So number one is the orange. A. Peel. Orange peel is not Muktze because some people eat. One second. Eat part of the peel. I'm not sure. I mean, maybe this white part of the peel they eat. Maybe not the orange part, but this white part of the peel that they eat. And plus, maybe it's inedible, but some people make some preserve, right? It's in all countries that's what they do. They do preserve from this. Orange peels. Continue. B. Pits. Orange pits are Muktze michamas gufa. So I mean, for this, nobody eats those pits. So orange peel is not, but the pits are Muktze. Number two, grapefruit. A. Peels. Grapefruit peels are Muktze michamas gufa because they're not consumed. I mean, they are very bitter, I guess. So they okay. Pits, grapefruit pits, Muktze michamas gufa. So same category. Okay, so you're not allowed to move it. So all of these things that we mentioned, they're Muktze, and unless you prepare before Shabbos, if you clean them, peel them before Shabbos, there is no problem. But otherwise, just don't eat them. I mean, it's not such a big deal, I think. Number three. Peach, plum, apricot, and nectarine. A. Peel. Peach, plum, apricot, and nectarine skins are not Muktze, even for those for one who discards them. Generally, peel is eaten and they are classified as food. So it's very, very straightforward, right? I mean, some people. Me personally, I never saw somebody would like peel the skin of a plum. I don't know, or a peach. I don't know. Maybe people do, but I don't know. Usually, people eat the whole fruit. But even if some people don't, no problem. For them, it's still not Muktze. Now, B. Pits. Peach, plum, apricot, and nectarine pits are Muktze michamas gufa. However, if there are some fruits, on a pit, it is not Muktze. See above page 3 22. Okay. Regarding apricot pits that have some edible material inside. So, but other things. So, if it's still a little, but it's always still a little attached, a little fruit attached to these pits. I mean, unless person ate it completely, right? So, but if a little edible material left, no problem. It's not a Muktze. So I think it's a good idea to leave something over. Number 4, lemon. Lemon peels and pits are Muktze mechamas gufa. If lemon has been squeezed out directly into the salad, see chapter 9 for extracting liquids, but there is still some juice left, the peel is not Muktze. And if you squeeze it like with hands, like most of the people are not as strong to squeeze all of the liquids. So, for example, we have this special device to squeeze lemon. So, I mean, when you're completely done, you think you're completely done with the hand, you can squeeze a little more with this device, which helps, right? So, in this case, it's not Muktze. Because why? Because there is still some juice left inside. Number 5, grapes. Grape pits are not Muktze because some individuals eat grapes with pits. Okay, I mean people, yeah. I mean they're small. I don't think they chew them. I think they just swallow them. Because some people say that it's healthy. I don't remember for what, but for liver, I think. Maybe I'm mistaken. I don't remember. Okay, number 6, apple, pear. A pear. A peel. I'm sorry, a peel. Apple and pear skins are edible and not Muktze. Okay. B, pits. Apple and pear and pear pits are Muktze mechamas gufa, but they always like this pits are in the core of this apple core. So I mean, as we said before, there is still apple outside. So I mean, it's nobody eats that much. Like so, it's only pits left. I mean, unless person does it that much, and I saw people who eat like completely apple, completely, nothing is left. But very interesting. Number 7, olives. Olive pits are Muktze mechamas gufa. But again, if you leave a little over, so there is no problem. 8, dates. Date pits are Muktze mechamas gufa. So there's not much that you can do with them. Number 9, clementine, tangerine, peels. Clementine and tangerine peels are Muktze mechamas gufa. Because I think they're very bitter, so they don't do anything with them. That's the reason. B, pits. Clementine and tangerine pits are Muktze mechamas gufa. Number 10, watermelon. A, peel. Watermelon ring is not Muktze, provided that one can eat some of the fruit provided that one can eat some of the fruit remaining on a rind. Rind, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. If the rind does not have any remaining fruit, it is Muktze mechamas gufa. But usually people don't eat like directly on the green side, so they leave a little over, right? A little of the red over. So in this case, it's not going to be Muktze. B, pits. Watermelon pits are Muktze mechamas gufa. Okay, we cannot do anything with them. 11, cantaloupe, honeydew. A, peel. The halacha of cantaloupe honeydew rind is the same as though watermelon, see above. I mean, there is always some things left over. So if person would be very hungry, he would eat it with this extra stuff. So continue. Pits, cantaloupe, honeydew pits are Muktze mechamas gufa. Okay, but the way you when you remove these pits from cantaloupe, so you usually remove it with a spoon or something. So you take some edible stuff also. So of course, nobody's going to eat this stuff because all of these pizza touch, that's too much work. It's too much, right? We throw them out, but they're not Muktze, so you're allowed actually to clean the cantaloupe on Shabbos if needed. 12, pineapple. Pineapple peel is a Muktze mechamas gufa, of course. 13, sunflower seeds. Sunflower seeds are Muktze mechamas gufa. I'm sorry. Sunflower seed shells. Sorry, are Muktze mechamas gufa. When the shell is salted, however, they're not Muktze because some individuals suck on them for the taste, salty taste. Once the salt is sucked out of them, they're Muktze mechamas gufa. So technically, I mean, I don't think it's the healthiest food, and these sunflower seeds. But so if it's this, what do you call it? Shells, right? Seed shells. If they have some salt, so it's salt. Of course, it's edible. Then it's not Muktze. Okay. So continue. Number 14, pomegranate. A peel. Pomegranate peel are Muktze mechamas gufa. Of course, I mean it's very bitter. Pits, pomegranate pits are not Muktze. This is the part of the fruit that is eaten. Okay, I guess some people eat it. Okay. 15, peanuts. Peanuts shells are Muktze mechamas gufa. I don't think anybody or any animal would eat it. Number 16, cherry. Cherry pits are Muktze mechamas gufa. Of course. Walnut, pistachio. Walnut and pistachio shells are Muktze mechamas gufa. Banana. Banana peels are Muktze mechamas gufa. I mean, nobody's going to eat banana peels. Avocado. Avocado peel, pits and skin are Muktze mechamas gufa. So that's why if you need to prepare make your avocado salad on Shabbos, so you just do it over the garbage pail, right? So you just drop the pit inside, right, into the garbage pail. So meaning you don't touch it, but you take the stuff, the good stuff, avocado out, and just drop the peel, the skin. They call it the skin. Okay. No problem. So in this case, there is no problem with scandal in the Muktze. F. Peels and pits of the vegetables, specific rules. Okay. Number 1, carrots. Carrots peel are not Muktze. I mean, some people peel the carrot, but if it's like, but some people just eat it like it is, just wash it and eat it. Number 2, onion, garlic. Onion, garlic skins are Muktze mechamas gufa. Okay. Pepper. Pepper skin, including the white part upon which the seeds grow, there is a pith. Okay. Muktze mechamas gufa. So because people don't eat white stuff, I mean, usually people carve out like a little extra, so they don't have the spits. I mean, but is it such a big deal, these spits? I mean, some people eat them, but okay, he said Muktze mechamas gufa, that's what it is. Cucumber kirby. Cucumber kirby peels are not Muktze because many individuals eat them with cucumber. Okay. Right, I mean, yeah. So many people eat it like this. Radish. Radish peels are not Muktze because they are often eaten together with radish. Okay. G. Miscellaneous food items. Number 1, hadash. Foods made from hadash products are not Muktze, even for individuals that are scrupulous in regard to the laws hadash. So let's try to understand. So hadash, what is hadash? Hadash is a new grain. So we're allowed to eat only the grain, the flour, the products from the flour that was only after the Omer. And Omer was a barley Omer that when we would bring when we had Beis Hamikdash on a day of the Pesach, on a day, next day, right? So at night, not at night, but during the day. And after that, it would be allowed to eat all of this, all of these grains. They took root. They took root after Pesach of previous year. I think that's what it is. So otherwise, it's a new flour, and it would be chadash. So so it would be forbidden. So some people, they're very scrupulous, even though they say if you live in exile, so it's rabbinical, and because of the doubt and this doubt and that doubt, you don't know if this flour is chadash or not chadash. Even though, like today, some individual they made it mission of their life, and they did all of the research, and they contacted the company which produced flour. And today, many times we know it's if it's new flour or not new flour, and it's very easy. Like if you buy a flour bag, right, bag of the flour, there is a stamp with a batch number. So for you, it's like B7596 CE. Okay, means exactly 0. But when you call them and you tell them the company, when they tell them the batch number, so they're going to tell you exactly what flour is it, when it was harvested, and right. That's what we care. We don't care. Not the flour, but the grain, when it was harvested, when it was all these details that they can give you, and then you can decide, are you going to eat this year or not? But there are some websites, if you want, you can search for Hadash, and you'll see. I'm not sure how reliable that information is. I don't use them, but there is such a thing. But in many bakeries, if you go to Jewish bakeries, it's always we would say kemech yashan. Kemech yashan meaning old. It's not old, but halachically it's old. Or in a pizzeria, if you go, it's say kemech yashan, or even like if you buy from like packaged things from a bakery, some Danish or whatever you buy, so you would say kemech yashan. Okay, so what author is saying here, for people who are scrupulous, and they would not eat if it's new flour, they would not. For them, it's forbidden. Okay. Even for them, it's not Muktze, because the way I understand, most of the people do not observe this. Most of the people. Okay. Number 2, Chometz on Pesach. Chometz as Pesach is Muktze, Michamas Gufa, because one may not derive any benefit from it. So if you found cookies, especially with little children, so with, for example, if you're very strict in your house and nobody goes upstairs with bread or cookies, I'm not sure if such a house exists. If it's grown-up children, okay, you can talk to them, but the little children, they put in their pockets and they bring everywhere, of course, and we find in the toys and between the mattresses, like everywhere. All right, that's very interesting. And so if you found it on a holiday, you're not allowed to touch it. So if it's somewhere like in the open, let's say put some inverted vessel, like something to cover it, so it's not so you don't see it, but there is Muktze 100%. You're not allowed to touch it. On a Chol Moed, on an intermediate date, so you can take it out and destroy it. Continue. A matzah for Pesach. Matzah set aside for Pesach is not considered Muktze. It should be noted that a special matzah, which is set aside for the first night of Pesach and would not be given to a child to eat, is considered Muktze mechamas kesron kis. So very interesting. So matzah matzah for Pesach, like we said, Muktzeh, it's something that has no practical use. So this matzah, let's say the Pesach is 2 weeks from now. I already bought the matzahs, so I'm not going to eat these matzahs, no matter what. They're very expensive. And how much they charge? Like, I don't know, $15, $17 per pound minimum, right? And then some places $25 per pound. Okay, it's very, very expensive things, and we bought 5 packages, and I don't know how many packages we bought. So okay, so I'm not going to use it for sure. Not nobody's going to. Okay, no, nobody's going to use it, right? So they say. So in this case, if it's in general for Pesach, it's not Muktze. That's what he's saying. Why? Because it's a bread. I can eat, like matzah is a bread. Right? I can eat bread on one hand, but on another hand, if it's specifically for a first night and a very, very special matzah, it's in category Muktze Mechamaskis Ron Keys, like very, very expensive item that I would not want to touch it. Okay, so continue. Number 4, wine touched or shaked by a non-Jew. Okay. If wine was not cooked, there is not yain mevushal, is in an unsealed bottle, and it was poured, shaken, or even touched by a non-Jew, it is Muktze. Okay. So we are very strict. There is several separate set of laws about wine touched by non-Jew. So all of this kosher wine, it means that everybody in that winery, like in the process of the wine, all of them are Jews, all of them, 100%. Right? Why? Because if non-Jew, he just touch it with one finger, so it makes the whole batch is forbidden. So that's what it is. Why? Because it's only in a case when it's not cooked, so not mevushal. So I mean, when you buy wine, so you look at the back. Usually in the back in kosher wine, it's always saying mevushal or not mevushal. Usually, if you buy smaller bottles like 0.75 liter, it would be cooked usually, but still you must check. So, but if you buy bigger bottles, there is a company called Kedem. It's very, very tasty wine. It's very not expensive. So these big ones, big bottles of Kedem, they're not mevushal. So if you buy them, you must be very careful. Why? Because if not Jew, so he's trying to be nice, and he's trying to serve everybody. So and he picks up your bottle. Guess what? You have to throw out the whole bottle. But for now, as they say, it is Muktze because there is nothing that you can do with that. And same applies actually with Jews that not observe Shabbos. So you say he has exactly the same status as idolater. 100%. So we don't. So if you have a Jew that not Shomer Shabbos, he's over in your house, and he's trying to be nice. So okay, that's the problem. So the solution from and some people they go in even strong more stricter, and they go by Kabbalah, Kabbalistically. Even if a non-Jew or Jews that not observe Shabbos look at your wine and he sees your wine, so it's already enough for this wine to be not kosher. You have to throw out. Okay. So the two solutions. You can buy only only cooked wine, mevushal wine. There is no problem in it. It's more available. I mean, maybe it's a little expensive. It's not as tasty for sure. Like cooked wine has nothing to do with a non-cooked wine. Tastes totally different. Even you buy the same company, the same year, the same name of the wine, you try cooked wine and not cooked wine. It has nothing to do with one another. Okay, but what can you do? So you have to protect yourself. Or, for example, if it's only your family, you don't have guests, and non-Shomer Shabbos people not coming to you, so you can put it so you can cover the bottle, or if you have a pitcher or something for wine, you can cover the pitcher so nobody would see it. You put it on yourself, on your right, on your left, or if you left and right to your lefty, and make sure nobody touch them. So only you can pour the wine. So that is the second solution. But must be very careful, and of course there is a problem if a person has help, so some cleaning lady, right, comes, so and she cleans the refrigerator. So there is a problem. She moves this wine, right? So it could be a problem. She decided have a little drink while you're away. Also a problem. Okay. So if these people touch it, so it is Muktze. Continue. Number 8, practical application, kitchen. Any questions on what we said before we continue, because we start new section? Well, I'm not going to finish today for sure. Okay, no problem. So continue next section, number 8, practical application.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No problem.
Did you say beets and eggplants? Did you mention beets and eggplants? Who's
Eggplants are Muktze because the way I understand that nobody eats them raw. Squash, I think I never tried raw squash. I mean, I don't think it's any problem. But some people use squash in their salad. But eggplants, nobody eats. I mean, I never heard that anybody eats them raw. And all of the legumes, all of these beans, 100% Muktze. Rice. Was it your question, or you had a different question?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Thank you.
So all of the inedible things that you must prepare, like potato, for sure. I mean, you must prepare potato, so it's Muktze. Okay, so we have only like a few minutes left, so let's do practical applications a little. Kitchen utensils, knife sharpener. Knife sharpener is considered kli shelamachto leisur, category 2, because it has no other use other than sharpen the knives, an activity forbidden on Shabbos. Okay, so on Shabbos we don't sharpen knife. And why we don't sharpen knife? I'm just explaining. So because it's because you completed. I forgot the expression. Because you completing the object. So it was not complete. It was dull knife. Now you sharpen, and now you can cut. Okay, so next one is B, thermos. Thermos kli shelamachto lecheter, since one may pour hot water into it on Shabbos. So there is no problem whatsoever with thermos. You can use it. C, roll of tablecloth, paper towel, foil. According to some authorities, uncut and therefore generally not used rolls of plastic plastic or paper tablecloth, paper towels, or aluminum foil are considered Muktze mechamas gufa. In case of the need, one may rely on lenient opinion that do not consider them Muktze and use them, provided one careful not to do any tearing in the process. Okay, so it's very interesting topic. Let's try to understand. So he's saying roll of the tablecloth. So I mean, it's sounds to me more commercial than somebody would use it at home. But let's say, right, roll of the tablecloth. So some people say it's Muktze mechamas gufa. You're not allowed to use it. But technically, right? So if you the problem with this roll that you want to use only one tablecloth, so there is perforated line, and you want to cut out, and that's it. So of course it's not allowed. So, but I guess the people rabbis who said that is allowed, they would say don't cut out. So use it as it is. Leave it on the floor, like attached to the roll, and that's it. And same with paper towels, right? So if there is a spill, so you can take care of the spill and do not tear the rest from the roll, right? Let's say you use 2 sheets, right? And don't tear out from roll. Just leave it like that. And same with all other things. I mean, if a person is careful, there is a possible that we can use it on one hand, but on another hand, I understand also poskim who said it's Muktze. Why? Because that's not what you usually do. They're afraid that people would tear off. That's the problem. Okay. So one more time: all the roll of tablecloth, aluminum foil, paper towel, a Muktze, unless you very, very much need them, and you can rely on this linear opinion. Tableware. According to many authorities, tableware, like dish and silverware, were excluded from the laws of the Muktze and maybe even be moved for no specific purpose. For example, one may fidget with any fork or spoon, with his fork and spoon. Commentary. Some authorities rule that tableware is in category of kelim shelamachta lecheter, and may be moved only for a specific purpose. So, more lenient opinions say that all of the tableware, like all of the plates, dishes, like bowls, so you can use forks, right, silverware. So you can use you can move even for not specific reason, which is very interesting, right? On one hand, on the other hand, other poskim say no. They if you use it, it's in the first category. If you're going to use it for a specific purpose, for the right purpose, yeah, you can use it. If you need to set the table, if you need more dishes, there is no problem, right? But otherwise, you cannot just move them around. So I think we go like mostly by the first opinion, even though nobody plays with, nobody just move the dishes or cups from one place to another. But just so we know, there is such an opinion. Okay. So such an opinion meaning to go stricter, meaning if you don't need them, don't move them away, don't move them out. But the thing is, so if you go by the stricter opinion, that's the problem. So if you finish it, and so you cannot play with your knife or with your fork or whatever, so you have to like put it away after you finish it, and that's it. So that's stricter opinion. Okay, next one, E. Rolling pins, kneaded boards, kneaded balls, and mixing balls. So of course, I mean that's would be forbidden, right? Rolling pins and kneaded boards are considered kelim shelamachta leisor, category 2, since they have no other use for it but for baking. I mean, even though this rolling board, maybe you can cut vegetables, but usually people people would not allow to do that because you can spoil the board. The kneaded balls, for example, there's balls that designate for kneaded dough, is considered kli shelamachta leisor, category 1, since it has permitted use, for example, for salad. Okay, if you use for a cold salad, there is no problem. You're not going to spoil anything. Anyway, all of these bowls, I think they're stainless. Nothing is going to happen to them. But the kneaded boards, they're from wood. So if you cut with a knife, so you can leave cuts there, which could be a problem. However, the mixing bowl, which has many purposes, and used for all types of food is kli shel lecheter. So if you don't have a special designated for the dough only, so I think unless somebody is a baker or has a huge kitchen that can hold all of these things, I understand. But otherwise, usually people use for the same mixing bowl for salads, for other things. I mean, maybe not for meat, but for part food for sure. F, grater, masher, grinder, garlic press, mortar, and pestle. Cleaver. Any type of grater, masher, grinder, garlic press, mortar, and pestle or cleaver is considered kli shel leisur, category 2, meaning there is no application for them on Shabbos. So grater, of course, we're going to use because we have prohibition of grinding. Same as masher, same as grinder. Garlic press also, I guess, it's grinder. Mortar and pestle for sure is grinder, and other things. So I mean, there is no permissible use for them. G, egg slicer, cheese slicer. The egg slicer and cheese slicer are considered kli shel lecheter. I mean, eggs you don't slice in such a small way, and plus this halacha of grinding, as we learned, does not apply to the things that do not grow from the ground, as cheese and eggs. H, sifter. A sifter is considered kli shel leisur, category 2, since the sifter is forbidden on Shabbos, and the sifter has no other permitted use. So all of these special utensils that we use during the week to separate one thing from another, right? It's bad from good, good from bad. That does not make any difference. It's special utensils. So they Muktze shel leisur, second category. Second category that there is no permitted use on Shabbos. Not direct use, but even indirect use. Vegetable peeler. One may not use peeler on Shabbos to peel vegetables. This would involve Melachah of borer. So borer is sorting, right? See chapter 8 on selecting, sorting. Okay. As such a peeler is considered kli shel leisur. However, since the vegetable peeler has permitted use as well, for example, one can peel chocolate with a peeler, and use it as a shaving on top of the ice cream. Okay, understood. It would fall in the category 1. Very interesting. I was surprised. Okay. So technically we're allowed to peel, as we were talking about peeling cucumber. So you're allowed to peel cucumber, but you're allowed to peel it with a regular knife, right? So regular knife is not special instrument that they use for borer, for selecting, right? Separating. But it's very interesting. So they say you can use it for permitted use, even for chocolate. Okay, very interesting. Chocolate. Okay. Apple core kli shel leisur, category 2, meaning there is no permitted use. I mean, you can use it only for apples. K, a sieve, strainer, and colander. Any type of sieve, strainer, or colander is a kli shel leisur, category 2. As we said before, all of these things which are used to separate from one from another, would be in this category. Kli shel leisur, meaning a kli is a vessel that have no permitted use. So we can stop here. Let me know if any questions on this topic, any topic, go ahead. So go ahead.
Yes, Rabbi. You said no foil, correct?
No, we said no. The foil, according to most of the opinion, it would be Muktze because you would need to tear off, and we're not allowed to tear things. So, but
Okay,
if
so
you have, you know what people do? There is a full sheets like pre-cut that you buy, like a box, and you just pull one like facial tissues, or you can cut yourself, whatever you need. This size, but this size you can cut before Shabbos. There is no problem. So it's not Muktze. The fall is not Muktze. The issue is cutting to the specification.
okay, I was just double checking because my reception cut out. All I heard was foil, so I wanted to make sure.
Yes.
Okay, because we use the foil. We cut foil before, and that's what we use to roll up the challah so we can warm it up on the hot plate and stuff.
Of course. There are many applications of foil. So two solution. Do it before Shabbos. You know exactly like what size you need, or like approximate, like plus minus. Do as many sheets as you want, like 10, 15, whatever you need, and that's it. Or buy this box pre-cut. Of course, it costs more, and use pre-cut, whatever you want. Up to you.
Okay, I got one more question. Say, for instance, God forbid, the kosher market runs out of fish. Are we allowed to go to like a regular grocery store
Of
and buy
course.
fish there?
Yes. So that's what we do. I buy fish like most of the time from Chinese market. But the thing is that you buy the whole fish and you clean it yourself. There is a special thing. I mean, if you look on Amazon, whatever, like what is it? Not a peeler, but scaler. I think that they call it. Like like you watch a YouTube video, it takes you exactly like few seconds. No, not few seconds. Okay, I don't want to exaggerate. Maybe a minute, and you clean the whole fish. No problem. So all the fish, if it's have skins and scales, it's kosher. but they cannot clean it for you. Some people, what I saw, some people do, they bring them their board, kosher board, right? Cutting board, and then knife, and they give to this Chinese guy, and he cleans it for you. No problem. You understand? And then he gives you the board back.
Okay, good.
Or as I said, you clean it yourself. It's fresh. I mean, if you have fresh fish, because when you buy it in super, you don't know it's fresh or it's I don't know. You have no idea. But when you see the ice, you open this thing and see how the color, so you know it's for sure it's fresh, and you can buy it like this. Yeah. Okay. What else? Any other questions? Okay, so if not, so let's stop here. So tomorrow we're going to learn Kitzur Shulchan Aruch. Thank you very much. Good night.